Welcome to Let's Do Yoga with Joanne, and I'm Joanne. So quick reminder, if you're ever in a pose that is causing pain, then back right out of it and just join us in the next one. So you take care of yourself first. The other thing is my shoulder is not working. If you've watched any of the other videos, you'll see that I can do whatever I want with the other arm, but the other arm just won't go there. So, so listening carefully, if I'm saying two arms, then you need to use two arms, even if I can't. All right, let's begin with a breathing exercise. So in yoga, breathing is everything. It's called pranayama, or the life force, obviously. If you're not breathing, there's no life force left. So we want to make sure that our lungs are good and healthy, that our life force is good and healthy. We're going to do a cooling breath. So if you can, you roll your tongue into a circle, kind of like this. That's your inhale. And tell me, well, I guess you can. Tell me on the inhale if you can feel that it's actually cool, if the air coming in is cool. And then we breathe normally. If you can't roll your tongue, then just making that little O with your mouth will make a difference too. Okay, so let's begin. Rolling the tongue and inhale. Normal exhale through the nose. Rolling the tongue and inhale. And a normal exhale. Rolling the tongue and inhale. And a normal exhale. So could you feel that the air is actually cool on your tongue? You can actually feel that. So that's why it's called cooling air. Just lay your left ear towards your left shoulder. So on camera, it always looks the opposite. I say left, and what you see me doing is right. So I've got my left ear reaching for my left shoulder. And then I'm just going to take this arm out at a 45 degrees. So you can probably feel the stretch on the right-hand side. And then nice and slow, just lower that hand until you're reaching for the floor. And you might feel that movement in your neck on the right-hand side. Then taking your left hand, bring it behind you and all the way around to your right hip. And again, you may have felt a change on the right side of your neck. Then just lifting up your head and bringing the right ear down to the right shoulder. And the right arm comes out at a 45 degree, and I can't quite do that, but you go ahead and get your arm a little further out, more in a 45 degree. And then see if you can feel any change in that left-hand side of the neck as you lower the right hand, reaching more for the floor. Then with your right hand, go ahead and reach behind you, bringing it all the way back towards your left hip. And maybe you felt something else happening in there. So just a good stretch in the neck. And then lifting your head up and out. So I'm going to cross my right hand over to the outside of my left knee and then open up my left hand to the back. And I'm just going to go in my comfort zone. Try and have a nice, straight, tall back, and inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now inhale and just go a quarter of an inch further back, just a hair. And exhale. And now I'm going to bring that left arm to the side, turn my palm to the ceiling, and lift that left arm up and over as I take a side bend. And I want to inhale that arm up and exhale into that side bend. Inhale that arm up and exhale into a side bend. Inhale that arm up And exhale, side bend. And then bring that arm all the way down. Now here I can't even demonstrate, so you have to listen for, the words that I'm using. Your left hand comes to the outside of the right knee, and it's your right arm that's going to reach behind you, okay? And it's coming out at shoulder height behind you, which I cannot do, all right? So take it towards the back and stay in your comfort zone and inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now just take that right arm a hair or a quarter of an inch further back. So you're pushing your boundary just a smidge. And inhale. And exhale. Keep your left hand on the outside of that right knee. And then bring your right arm around, lifting up the side and up and over as you bend to the left while keeping that left hand on the right knee. So you're in that side bend to the left. Inhale, lift that right arm up. Exhale, take that right arm over to the left-hand side, remembering I cannot do that. Inhale, lifting that right arm up. And exhale, bending over to the side. And inhale up, and you can come on out of that. So let's stand, and we are going to do 2 simple sun salutations and then sun salutation A. Now, the simple sun salutations we've done before quite a bit, but we've only now and then done sun salutation A. So I can demonstrate sun salutation A when we're going through it, but I can also offer modifications if you find that it's getting too hard. Remembering I have only one arm. Inhale both arms all the way up for tall mountain, looking up if you can. And then bringing your hands in prayer, so your hands are in prayer, bring them through heart center, reach for that chair seat, bend the elbows, bring your head below your heart, but only for a second, and then immediately straighten those elbows and get that head above the heart. We don't ever want to leave it down there. Once more, we reach for forward fold, which is the head down to the chair seat. The arms come out to the side and all the way up for tall mountain. And bring those hands together as we repeat. Through heart center, reaching for the chair, bending the elbows, bringing the head to the chair seat. Inhale, straighten those elbows, coming into half forward fold. Exhale, coming into forward fold. The arms come out to the side and all the way up for tall mountain. Bring the hands together through heart center as we go for sun salutation A. So you reach for the chair just like you did before. You bend the elbows for forward fold just like you did before. You inhale and you come into half forward fold. Okay. Now I want to walk my feet back. Now you can stay in table if you're comfortable here. You might be able to walk your feet a little bit back and feel comfortable there. Or you might be able to take plank. And I do have some 80-year-olds in one of my classes who can take this plank. So you might, you just find out where you are. Because I also have younger people who cannot. So it's up to you. It's wherever you are in your yoga journey. So I want to inhale as I bend my elbows a little. I look forward and inhale. On the exhale, I want to lift my butt up to the sky. Okay, so if you're here, you're going to reach for the sky like so. If you're actually in a plank, you'll look a bit more like this. And then lift your head above your heart because you don't want to stay there. Bend the left knee so you stretch the hamstrings in the right leg. Bend the right knee so you stretch the hamstrings in the left leg. And simply walk forward. Okay, and we begin our flow. So in our flow, we're going to do warrior 2 first, and then come into warrior 1 with flying warrior. Now, we want to do a low lunge. Just hang it up over there. We want to do a low lunge also, and maybe tap the floor with our knee, because if we still can do that, we should. If we don't do that, we lose it, right? But if you're home alone and you're not used to tapping your knee to the floor, then don't do it. You wait until there's somebody home so you can try it. Okay, warrior two. My right foot is pointing straight ahead, and I'm just going to lift that back foot and place it down so that my foot is now, my back foot is parallel to the front of this chair. Okay, you have to imagine that both my arms are working and that my arms are at shoulder height. So both your arms at shoulder height, okay? And you want to just maybe put a little bend in that back knee to save your lower back if you wish. And looking forward over that, my invisible arm that's out front. I'm looking over that arm and inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. I want to come into warrior one. So I'm going to use my heel as a pivot, lift those back toes and bring that back foot into a 45-degree angle. If you like, you can pop that back foot in a little bit too. And your feet are on railroad tracks. If you're feeling a little tippy, then get your feet on the railroad tracks. I want my hips parallel to the front of that chair. So I'm going to pull my right hip back and move my left hip forward so that I'm facing directly forward. So my hands, both my hands will come all the way up. I can demonstrate that by pulling that other arm up. So you're in warrior one here with both your hands. And then on the exhale, you want to bring your hands down and up behind you, leaning forward for flying warrior. Inhale, bringing both those hands up high, and then exhale, bringing them down for flying warrior and behind you. Inhale, bringing all the way up, and exhale, coming into that flying warrior. Now just place both your hands on your upper thigh, and we'll do one cat-cow here. So on the inhale, I'm going to look forward, I'm going to drop my belly, fill it full of air, and then on the exhale, I want to round my back, tip my tailbone underneath me, and then place both hands on the chair seat. Now, if you know you still can get up and down from the floor, then you can do this easily. If you're not sure, then wait until you have someone with you. So this is low lunge. I've got a big opening here. And I simply want to drop that knee until it kisses the floor and then come up. Okay, so use your chair. Make sure you use your chair, whatever it takes, to pull yourself up and get yourself back up. Because the fact of the matter is, if you don't continue to try and reach for that floor, there will come a day when you can't get up from the floor. So we're trying to push that date off. Okay, and then bring both those feet together in front of the chair. I'm just gonna, you can keep your chair where it is, but I'm moving it so I don't turn backwards to you. Okay, I want my left foot forward this time. I'm coming into warrior two. So I'm just going to reach back. My back foot is at 90 degrees or parallel to the chair, or 90 degrees to that front foot. And I'm taking warrior two in this direction. My invisible arm is up at shoulder height. Both your arms are shoulder height. So check to make sure that they are both at shoulder height. Look over the front hand. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. I want to come into warrior one. So I'm going to pivot on the heel of that back foot, bringing my toes to more of a 45-degree angle. And I might even scooch in just a smidge. So you're shortening your stance a little bit for warrior one. And your feet can be on railroad tracks if that helps steady you. The arms are straight forward, and then inhale up. On the exhale, you're going to bring those hands back for flying warrior. Inhale up, and then exhale those hands back to flying warrior, And in case you're wondering why I can move my arm this time, it's because I'm actually pulling it up with my other hand. Inhale and exhale. Place both your hands on your upper thigh of the front leg. Inhale, looking forward, filling the belly for cow. Exhale, round the back, tilt the tailbone for cat. Reach for that chair seat with both hands. Come up on your tiptoes on that back foot. Stay here, or just do a little bob, or if you think you can kiss the floor with that knee and come out of it. And then bring your feet together in front of the chair. Well done. Okay, so we just want to do a couple of stretches here. That's all we need to do. So we'll begin with, now again I have to say both hands. Both hands all the way up. And then on the exhale, you turn to the side and open both arms up. I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing. Inhale all the way up. Now you'll see. So on this side, both arms twisting to the right side, both arms out at shoulder height into the twist on the exhale. So inhale up. Exhale left, both arms out at shoulder height. Inhale up. Exhale, both arms at shoulder height, twisting right. One last time, inhale up. For the set, exhale left. Inhale up. And exhale right. And bring yourself into your chair and just push back into that chair. So you always want to take 30 seconds to a minute at the end of every one of your classes. It doesn't matter if it's only 10 minutes long, but you have to give your body a little bit of time to absorb what it's been doing, and to let your mind, your brain kind of settle, because it's been working hard trying to remember all the different alignment directions, okay? So you're leaning comfortably in your chair, and for 30 seconds, you just want to bring your mind back to your breath, or maybe you're listening for something that you can hear, but when your mind starts to wander, just bring it back. So for 30 seconds, redirect your thoughts back to your breath. And inhale and exhale, and starting now, thoughts to your breath only. That is 30 seconds, slowly opening your eyes. So people are often tempted to ignore that final kind of seated quiet pause, but it's actually, some yoga instructors believe that this very ending, this quiet pause, is the most important part of a yoga class. So you don't want to skip it. All right, and thank you for joining me. If you liked the video, even though it was only one-armed, please press like or share or subscribe or whatever to get it out there, and I appreciate that. May your inner light shine for all to see. Namaste.